Good afternoon, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I wanted to talk to you about two words that probably a lot of people have heard, and certainly I've put it into some of my videos too. But it's this idea of know thyself. Know thyself. And this concept has been so popular from ancient Greek times, and I'll say even earlier than that, because certainly in terms of Vedic tradition, there's a lot of information in terms of Christianity. There's a lot of tradition. There's a lot of tradition in terms of Islam. I'll say all religious tradition will talk about know thyself, this sort of idea in different words. Spiritual tradition also thinks about knowing thyself. And so today I thought I would expand on this a little bit to get you to think from maybe a different perspective than you might be thinking. So I thought I'd start with this famous line by Socrates. And this quotation says, "To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom." I want to focus in on the beginning of wisdom because sometimes we learn something about ourselves and we think, I know myself because I've spent all this time figuring myself out and I know myself. Now, remember, myself and my knowledge is dependent on my experience, right? So I had an experience yesterday, which leads to a knowledge today. If I know myself from my knowledge today, I'm still using the mind of yesterday from that experience yesterday. That which brought that knowledge is the same knowledge I'm using today. So today, to know myself, I need to look at myself today. Right. So it's interesting because, again, we get into patterned behaviors, patterned ways of speaking. We think in patterned ways. We behave in patterned ways. And we believe that we know ourselves because we have acted this way so long. It's been many years that I've acted this way and I know myself. And a lot of people feel this way. And I'm going to say that it has an edge of ego in it because in each moment we're changing. So today I'm a little bit different than yesterday, but with this person I might be a little bit different than yesterday, or this situation I might be a little bit different than yesterday. And unless I'm really observing carefully, I won't know myself. And when we're thinking about our experience, remember, so many times we look outside of ourselves. I'm this way because that person is this way. That person said this, that made me feel like this, that is why I'm behaving this way. Now I look at myself right now, and when I'm trying to know myself, know thyself, I try to understand me as opposed to why did they speak to me this way? Why did they behave this way? Why do they keep doing this? I know them too, right? So remember, it's a lot easier to start thinking about, do I really know them? They've really changed a lot. They weren't like this before. We can really understand that much easier, right? But when we bring it even closer and turn that lens of focus to ourselves, we get to look within ourselves and really know ourselves. And so today I thought I'd give you this other quotation by Adam Smith. And this one says, "The first thing you have to know is yourself. A man who knows himself can step outside of himself and watch his own reactions like an observer." And this is having this observer mind, this observation of ourselves, is really to look without judgment, as if this is the first experience of you, right? So not with the knowledge of yesterday that that's how I always act, that's what I always do, and I'm the same as always, but to look at it like fresh, like how am I behaving right now? What am I speaking right now? What am I thinking right now? So all of that is knowing thyself in this moment. And this moment, again, if it's got the judgment that was built from knowledge of the past, it's still yesterday's thinking. Today's thinking, to know thyself, is in this moment of now. And so today I would love for you to sit for 5 minutes and see, maybe think of one experience, one situation, maybe that you're anticipating today or you have gone through today, and see if you can observe yourself and your thoughts, your words, your actions from a fresh observation perspective. This is my observation of knowing myself in this moment of now. And the minute you feel like, oh, I know this, remember that that's past knowledge. As soon as you're looking at it with fresh eyes of, oh, I see this, that's knowing thyself. So I hope that you'll have fun with that exercise. And I hope that you'll enjoy this last um, It's a quotation, and I'll say it's almost like a bit of a passage from a book, and I just loved how it was written, so I thought I'd share it with you to finish this video today. This quotation is by Walt Whitman, and it says, "I am larger, better than I thought. I did not know I held so much goodness. All seems beautiful to me. Whoever denies me, it shall not trouble me. Whoever accepts me, he or she shall be blessed and shall bless me." Oh, don't you love that? Like, it's again this whole idea of learning from each other and understanding and appreciating the best of each other and the goodness that is within each other. And by knowing myself, knowing thyself allows me this expanded perspective as opposed to this narrow perspective of I know. And again, that I know is coming from what I knew yesterday. If you know in this moment, then you'll be watching your actions like an observer and looking at it with fresh eyes. I wish you fresh eyes today. I hope that you truly do know thyself and work on it every moment that you are consciously aware of this, because you do change every moment. And we like to think that, no, I'm the same. Look at yourself clearly, without judgment, without past memories. And I wish you fun with that exercise. I wish you a fantastic day ahead. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.